La Yasha'Allah. Aymadim, which means to stand. Wapanyahapwadam, which means turn and face the east. Sar. We're going to be starting the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Adanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malabaka, Daba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nadananawa, Lacham, Kaw, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawa Wak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawa Wak Yanawa, Wala'a, Dabaya Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Habashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wahataparak, La'abalamyam, Aman. In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Babakashah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakat, Hakat, La Pa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Manawa, Hakat, La Tahor, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, La Hakwim, Hamathium, Hakat, Abakawa, La Tama'ala, La Garshan, Ba'ashem Yahweh, the Wada Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. Prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'Allah, Waha, Bayaf Sapaya, Barak, Rapah, Magan, Hagan, Ba'ashem Yahweh, the Wada Aman. What we just said was, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, Ahaharya, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaya, Waharatazah, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemarka, Hanala, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba'aka, Ma'ita, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya, Al-Damayalakha, Al-Thakarash, Al-Thashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabika, Yahama Yawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al-Amika, Yarayamwa, Sawad, Wayatayai Tazawa, Al-Tazak Pawanyaka, Mawa, Lakhawa, Wanakatiram, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Aiwa, Kaya, Nabahai Tazawa, La, Yahadwa, Ayaka, Moya, Yakarakwa, Ahoya, Harawam, Wayashama'aya, Mawaba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amala, Palasha, Anya Shabia, Tazaward, Gamashaward, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Lahum, Kamadim, Kasayasa, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Neshamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shayatama, Nayadabawa, Nadiyabawa, Salaki, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazabat, Wakatazalana, Kaunasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Omawa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Af, Nawah, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamba, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Tabaraya Yara, Wakalahaba, Talaha, Haryam, Khan, Daradapma, Basaharaka, Wabasawapaka, Tabahalom, Mala'a, Panyahom, Kwawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabawa, Idiai, Wayakaparawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Thash, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Al, Yawan, Al, Kal, Raktaza, Aman. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thine hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zed, yea, all the princes as Zabah, and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flames setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshabia, which means to be seated. All right, we're going to be picking up where we was left off last week. Salakia. Hold on, give me 1 second. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second while I share these classes to the groups. Baba Gashah. Bear with me 1 second while I share the class to these groups. All right. All right, there we go. Most High in Christ. Make sure I shared it to my page. Okay, Most High in Christ. We're going to be picking up where we left off, which is in the book of Exodus, chapter 6, starting at verse 28. I'll get my blue better. There we go. I'm about to say it's acting crazy. Exodus chapter 6, verse 28. All right, in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Bayawam, Debar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Baratazah, Matazarium. Verse 29. Waya Debar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, Anya, Yahweh, Debar, Al, Parai, Malak, Salaki, Malak, Matazarium, Ath, Kar, Ashar, Anya, Debar, Al-Yak. Verse 30. Wayamar, Mashah, Lapanya, Yahweh, Han, Anya, Irala, Mapathium, Wayat, Yashamai, Al-Ya, Parai. Genesis chapter 7, verse 1. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Ra'ah, Nathanayak, Alahayim, La Parai, Wa Aharan, Akayak, Nabayaak. Verse 2. Atha, Thadabar, Af, Ka, Ashar, Atazawak, Waharan, Akhayat, Yadabar, Al, Parai, Washalakha, Af, Banya, Yashala, Maratazawa. Verse 3. Wa'anya, Aqua, Shah, Af, La, Parai, Waharab, Yathya, Af, Athathya, Wa'af, Mawapathya, Barataza, Matazarium. Verse 4. Wala'a, Yashamai, Alakam, Parai, Wanathathya, Af, Yadaya, Bamatazarium, Wahawa Tazaathya, Af, Tazabaathya, Af, Amya, Banya, Yashala, Salaki, Marataza, Matazarium, Bashapatium, Gadalium. All right, we go into the English. Salaki, this T. All right. Exodus chapter 6, verse 28 in the English. And it came to pass on the day when the Most High spake unto Moses in the land of Egypt, that the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, I am the Most High. Speak thou unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, all that I say unto him. So he's saying, I am the Most High. I am Yahweh. That's the Most High God's name, Yahweh. It's not all these other Yahweh. What's the other one they be saying, these fake Israelites? It's not none of that. It's Yahweh. That's the Most High God's name. He said, I am Yahweh. Speak thou unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, all that I say unto thee. So he's telling Moses, who was right up under Pharaoh at one point in time. He wasn't a sellout like, T.D. Jakes or any other so-called black person with any prominent stature here in America. Moses was very well known in Egypt. He had a reputation. You understand? But now he's seen the struggle of his people. He displayed brotherhood for his nation because he seen how his nation was being treated. So now the Lord called Moses to lead his people up out of Egypt. And this is what we're reading about. So the Most High God, Yahweh, told Moses to go tell Pharaoh this. You understand? I am the Most High. Speak thou unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, all that I say unto thee. And Moses said before the Most High, Behold, I am of uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? So Moses is worried a little bit. You understand? He worried like, look, I'm of uncircumcised lips. He already know, like, look, I haven't been keeping the laws. I haven't been in the loop of with my people or following the Most High God. You understand? Chapter 7, verse 1. And the Most High said unto Moses, See, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be a prophet. He said, I made you a god to Pharaoh, meaning I give you power and authority over Pharaoh. You understand? And he's going to make his brother Aaron a prophet. Verse 2. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. And also, Salaki, going back to verse 3, Moses was worried about, because he's like, I'm not the best speaker. You understand? But when you follow the Most High God and you just do what the Lord tells you, he'll allow you to do anything because he's our power. You understand? So he's going to let Aaron be the priest and speak unto Pharaoh for Moses, right? Verse 3, And I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. Verse 4, But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. Now think about this. The Most High God's telling Moses, like, yeah, I'm going to, get y'all up out of there, but I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart. I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart. Think about, this entire Bible. Like, being in ISUPK, we have the burden of knowing the truth. the whole fact of the matter of how things are going to go down as priests and prophets, and even sisters in here, you see how we're supposed to move in this wicked kingdom, in this world. We know the end result. We know what's going to happen. Sometimes it can be a burden, and sometimes even with us knowing, that's not enough to make a brother or sister stay in the truth. And even knowing what's at stake by, disobeying the Most High God. You know that the Most High God will punish us. You know we're going through hell. You know that, we've been oppressed, and you can lose children. You can lose everything if we anger, or the Most High God has wrath turned against us. It's like he'll do to Pharaoh. He's going to bring all these plagues into Egypt, and also he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart. So we can learn to follow him for the sake of Yasha Allah, the princes of the power. You understand? So we got to think about that too. You understand? We know what's at stake. We know these prophecies. We know these breakdowns. We know that we have to come together like in the book of Zephaniah 2:1. We know these things. But that's not enough for some brothers and sisters to stay in the truth. You understand? So Moses knew all these things and he didn't get discouraged. You understand? But imagine now all this whole nation doesn't know. He has to lead this nation that's going to question his every move. They want to get the hell out of captivity too. But Moses knows that he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart, and it's not going to be an easy task. You understand? So the Most High God wants us to stay down. You understand? The Bible says, he that endureth unto the end, the same should be saved. You got to endure through some things, man. You understand? Let's keep going. I think I read all of that. I'm going to read verse 4 again. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgment. So the Most High God is going to bring his people out of the land of Egypt, and he's going to greatly judge Egypt, the Egyptians, for the horrible way they was treating us, man, and for Pharaoh's heart being hardened. You understand? He's going to judge them for that, and we know what this is leading up to. You understand? And while I'm on it, April 20th is the Lord's 55th annual Passover. This is what this is leading up to. In Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fees. Get ready. Don't wait till last minute to reserve and get everything together. You understand? Treat this day how we treated our oppressors' holidays in the world, man. Be excited. You work all year to get Christmas gifts. You understand? We should be working all year to serve the Lord. We shouldn't be making excuses, man. You understand? Now, let's go back to the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 7 verse 5. In the Hebrew, Wayadabayawa, Matazarium, Kaya, Nya, Yahweh, Banatathya, Yadaya, Matazarium, Wahawa Taza, Athya, Banya Yashala, Matawa, come. Verse 6. Waya Aish, Masha, Wa Aharan, Ka Ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Athom, Khan, Aishawa. Verse 7. Wa Masha, Ban, Masha, Slakia, Shamanayam, Shana, Wa Aharan, Ban, Shalash, Washamayim, Shana, Badabaram, all Parai. Verse 8. Wayamar Yahweh, all Mashal, wa all Ha'aran, La'amar. Verse 9. Kaya, Yadabar, Alakam, Parai, La'amar, the Nawa, Lakam, Mawapath, Wa'amarath, all Aharan, Kwakak, Matak, Wahashalak, Lapanya, Parai, Latanyan. Verse 10. Wayaba'a, Masha, Aran, Al, Parai, Waya Aishawa, Khan, Kashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Waya Shalak, Aharan, Matawa, Lapanya, Parai, Walapanya, Ibadiwa, Yahaya, Latanawan. Verse 11. Yeah, this is the last verse. Salakia. Wayakora, Gam, Parai, Lacha, Kamya, Waya, Salakia. Walamakash, Payam. Wamalakash Payam. Waya Aishawa, Gam, Hum, Karai, Karat, Moya. Karat, Kartamya, Matazarium, Balahatahum, Balahatayahum, Khan. Alright, that's 7. Going back to the English. Alright, going back to the English. Exodus chapter 6, verse 5. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Most High, when I stretch forth mine hand upon Egypt, and bring out the children of Israel from among them. Verse 6. And that's heavy right there. You know, you fast forward, when the Most High God, because of our disobedience, at one point he wanted to destroy the children of Egypt and just start all over with Moses, because he was the only one listening. And Moses asked the Most High God to repent from his actions, because this was the reason why he brought us up out of Egypt, because in verse 5 it says, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Most High. That's how they knew he was the Most High. And Moses didn't want the Most High to just bring us, like you would have brought us out of Egypt in vain, because this is the reason you brought us out of Egypt, so they would know who you are. You magnify us. We're magnified through the Most High. So like we are magnified because of the Most High. That's what I wanted to say. When we follow him, when we listen to the Most High God, when we keep the Sabbath, when we pay our tithes, when we don't eat shrimp, pork, crab, or lobster, when we listen to the men that are above us, who are priests and prophets of the Most High God, that's how we are magnified by the Most High God. You understand? Verse 6, and Moses and Aaron did as the Most High commanded them, so did they. Verse 7, and Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old, when they spake unto Pharaoh. Verse 8, and the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, verse 9, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, shew a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. Verse 10, and Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Most High commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also came the wise men and the sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner with their enchantments. They did the same thing. So this is going to help harden Pharaoh's heart. You're like, look, I can do the same thing y'all doing. I ain't doing nothing special, right? So it's all going to lead up to the reason why the Most High God is even doing this whole thing. This ain't doing nothing but hardening Pharaoh's heart right now. You understand? All right, now back to the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 7, verse 12. All right, let me get it pulled up. All right. Waya kamwa, ayash, matahawa. All right. Waya hayawa. All right. Latanya nam. Waya balai, mata, atharai, matatham. Verse 13. Waya kazak, lab, parai, wala'a, shemai, la, alahom, kashar, dabar, Yahweh. Verse 14. Wayamar, Yahweh, all, masha, so what's that? kabad, lab, parai, ma'an, lashalaka, ma'ain, salakihaim. Verse 15. Lak al, parai, babakwara, hana, yataza, hamaya ma, wanataza bath, lakwa athawa, al, shapath, hayara, wahama ta, ashar, nahapak, lanakash, dakwaka, bayadak. Verse 16. Wayamarath, Alayawa, Yahweh, Alahaya, Ha'aibarahum, Shalachanya, Alyat, Lamar, Shalach, Amya, Waya Badniya, Bamadabar, Wahana, La'a, Mash Salaki, Shama'ith, Aid, Ka. Verse 17. Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Baza'af, Thadai, Kaya, Anya, Yahweh, Hana, Anakya, Maka, Bamata, Ashar, Bayadia, Al, Hamayam, Ashar, Bayara, Wanahapakawa, Ladam. Verse 18. Pulling up, there we go. Wahadaga, Ashar, Bayamar, Damawath, Wabaash, Haya Ara, Wanala Awa, Matazarium, Lashathwath, Mayom, Man, Haya Ara. Alright, that's 7. We're going back into the English. Exodus chapter 7, verse 12. For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents, but Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods. You understand? Verse 13. And he hardened Pharaoh's heart, that he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said. Verse 14. And the Most High said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened, he refuseth to let the people go. Verse 15. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning. Lo, he goeth out unto the water, and thou shalt stand by the river's brink against he come. So he's saying go against Pharaoh. And the rod which he had turned to a serpent shalt thou take in thine hand. Verse 16. And thou shalt say unto him, the Most High power of the Hebrews have sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Verse 17. Thus said the Most High, in this thou shalt know that I am the Most High. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in mine hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. Verse 18. And the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river. Now that's a rough one right there. This river more than likely was their main source of drinking water, bathing water. They catching fish. They can't catch fish. This was a heavy blow right here. And you think about this for a second, man. When the Most High God, when that sky cracks and our King Christ returns to come to redeem his people out of the place that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, guess what? He's going to do things in the name of his people, for his nation, so we can come up out of here. So we don't have to gather together with AR-15s. We don't have to join our oppressors' military or form alliances with heathens and try to fight and strike and do all of those things. The Most High God can send COVID-19. He can send a new strain of COVID. He can turn the waters red and dry up the waters to where we can't eat or drink, our oppressors and these heathens. He can do anything that he wants to do because he's the Most High God. All we have to do, our greatest weapon as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is our obedience to the Most High God and brotherhood. That's our greatest weapon, and that's what keeps us from having the power that we want and that we searching for. And the power, because the power comes from the Most High. We won't get it if we're separated. We won't get it if we don't come together. We won't get it if we don't love each other, because if we don't love each other, there's no way that we can love the Most High God. We have to understand that first. That is our greatest weapon, is brotherhood and keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We have to understand that. We're not going to get out of here buying crates of ammo and thousands of guns and investing in cryptocurrency and putting black money together and all that. None of that is going to matter when our King Christ comes back. Only thing that's going to matter is our obedience to our nation and to the Most High God, man. You understand? So let me go back to the Hebrew. Verse 19. Exodus chapter 7, verse 19 in the Hebrew. Wayamar Yahweh al Mashal Amar al Aharan Kwakah Matak Wanata Yadak al Mayamaya Matazarium al Naharatham al Ya'araham Ya'araham Salakia Ya'arayaham Wa'al Agam Yahom, Salakia. Wa'al Kal Makwawa, Mayahom, Mayahom, Wayahayan, Salakia. Wayahayawa. Oh, okay, hold on. Wayahayawa. Okay. Dom. Wayahaya. Dom. Bakal. Arataza. Matazarium. Waba Aitazayim. Wabaitazayim. Waba Nayam. Verse 20. Waya Aishwa, Khan, Masha, Wa Aharan, Ka Ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Wayaram, Bama Ta, Wayak Af, Hamayam, Ashar, Bayara, La'ayanya, Parai, Wala Ayanya, Ibadyawa, Pakawa, Kal, Hamayam, Ashar, Bayara, Ladam, verse 21. Wayadaga, Ashar, Bayara, Mata, Wayabaash, Hayara, Wala'a, Yakawa, Matazarium, Lashathwath, Mayom, Man, Hayara, Wayahaya, Hadom, Bakal, Arataza, Matazarium, verse 22. Waya Aishawa, Khan, Karatmaya, Matazarium, Balat Yaham, Wayahazak, La, Parai, Wala'a, Shemai, Alahom, Ka Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, verse 23. Wayapan, Parai, Wayaba'a, Bayathwa, Wala'a, Shaf, La Pawa, Gam, Laza'af. Verse 24. Wayakapar wakal matazarium Sabayabath Haya Ara Mayom Lashath Wath Kayala A Yakawa Lashath Lashatha Mamya Hayara. Verse 25. Wayamala Shabaith Yam Akarya Hakawa Yahawa Hayara. All right. Let's go back to the English. Exodus chapter 7, verse 19. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Salakia. And the Most High spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, take thy rod and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. Verse 20. And Moses and Aaron did so, as the Most High commanded. And he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned into blood. Man, this is right here. I just couldn't imagine being in a position, because we've been slaves and then oppressed so long. But just imagine just getting power one day to, come up against, who's the president today? Donald Trump. And he's not the president today. Joe Biden. Come against Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and whoever we're serving at that time. Just imagine coming up to Joe Biden and be like, look, if you don't let us go, you understand? If you don't give us what we deserve, I'm going to turn all the water here in America to blood. Just imagine being in that power at that time. I mean, that is just glorious in my sight. That's glorious in my sight, because we have never seen any of these type of things happen in this day and age. We read about it in the Bible, but just know it's going to happen again, and we have to be ready for it. We have to be ready for it, man. But just imagine, I just think about that like, man, that's just hardcore. That's just hardcore. Moses, just imagine Moses is going up to Donald Trump or Joe Biden, and like, look, where that Hamite, Barack Obama, like, listen, this is what it's going to be, or I'm going to do this. Just imagine that for a second. I mean, what verse was I at? Verse 21. Verse 21. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. Verse 22. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, neither did he hearken unto them, as the Most High said, Salakia. So the Most High God allowed Pharaoh's magicians and sorcerers to do the exact same thing, which hardened Pharaoh's heart. One thing about a person who is prideful, whose heart is hardened, they will never see that they're the cause of their own problem. So we have to think about that too in our everyday lives. If you're prideful, if you're some brother or sister who's prideful, you're going to be blinded by your pride. You're not going to see things clear, and sooner or later, you're going to be inside of a jam that you could have avoided because you were just too prideful to humble yourself, man. You understand? Don't be like Pharaoh. Don't be like this heathen, this stinking heathen. You understand? Let me keep reading. Verse 23. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house, neither did he set his heart to this also. Verse 24. And all the Egyptians digged round about the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river. Verse 25. And 7 days were fulfilled after that the Most High had smitten the river. You understand? So 7 days. It was 7 days. It went 7 days. Those Egyptians, those sorcerers, and those magicians, they didn't turn the water back in. They didn't turn the blood back into water. They turned some water into blood, but they wasn't able to turn this blood back into water. You understand? So now we're going back to the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 8, verse 1. Get there in the Hebrew. Alright. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Ba'a, Al, Parai, Wa Marath, Al Yawah, Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Shalach, Af, Aimyah, Waya Ibad Niya. Verse 2. Wa'am, Ma'an, Ata, La Shalach, Hana, Anakya, Nagap, Af, Kal. What's that? Gaba Walak, Batizapar Radayam, Batizapar Paradayam. Verse 3. Washai. Oh no. Washaratiza. Hayara. Tazaparadayam. Wa'awa. Waga. Waba Baba Yadak, Wabakadar, Mashaka Dak, Wa'al, Matadak, Wababayak, Ibadayak, Waba Imak, Waba Thun Waryak, Waba Thun Waryak, Wabama Sharath. What's that? Wabamash Wabama Sha'a Rawatyak. On this one right here, hold on. Wabama Sha'a Rawatyak. Alright, verse 4. Wabaka, Waba I Mak, Wabakal, Ibadiyak. Is it Ibadiyak? Ya'awa. Hatazapar Rada Ayam. Verse 5. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Amar, Al, Aharan, Natah, Af, Yadak, Bamatak, Al, Hanaharath, Al, Ya'aran, Wa'al, Haga, Salaki, Ha'agamyam, Waha'al, Ah, Hatzazapar, Da'ayam, Al, Arataza, Matazarium. Verse 6. Alright. Wayat, Aharan, Af, Yadawa, Al, Maya, Matazarium, Watha'al, Hatazaparadai, Wathakam, Af, Arataza, Matazarium. Verse 7. Waya Aisha Khan, Hakar Tamyam, Hakar Tamyam, Balata Yahom, Waya Awa, Ah, Hatazapar, Dayam, Aw, Arataza, Matazarium. Alright. Back to the English. Exodus chapter 8, verse 1. Moses, Salaki, and the Most High spake unto Moses, Go unto Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus said the Most High, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Verse 2. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all the borders with frogs. Verse 3. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and go, Salaki, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thine kneading throws. Verse 4. And the frogs shall come up both of thee, and upon thy people, and upon all thy servants. Verse 5. And the Most High spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. Verse 6. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up, and covered the land of Egypt. Verse 7. And the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. You understand? What's silly about this to me, if I'm seeing them put a curse with frogs and bloods, I don't know why I would want to add. I don't know why I want to add to what's going on, which clearly they can't control. But I mean, you know, if that makes you feel better, being foolish, you understand, and your heart being hardened, that's why I say you'll destroy yourself. I mean, that was foolish. You're adding to the plague. You're not helping out the land of Egypt by having your magicians do the same thing as Moses. You're actually helping Moses. You understand? All right, let's go back to the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 8. Verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wayakorah, Parai, Lamashah, Wala Haran, Waya Slaki, Waya Mar, Hara, Ha'ith, Yarwa. Okay, Ha'ith Yarwa, Al Yahweh, Wayasar, Hatazapar, the Ayam, Mama Niyah, Wama Aimya, Wa'ashalaka, Wa'ashalaka, Ha'aim, Wayazabakawa, Wayazabakwa, La Yahweh. Verse 9. Wayamar, Masha, La Parai, Hatha Ara, Auya, La Mathya. What's that? Aithyara, Lot, Wala Ibad Yak, Wala Imak, Laha Karyath, Hatazapar the Ayam, Mamak, Wama Bathak, Wama Bathayak, Wama Bathayak, Rock, Baya Ara, Bayara, Dasha Arana. Verse 10. All right. Wayamar, Lamakar, Wayamar, Kadabarak, Lama Ain, Tadai, Kaya, Anyan, Kayahawa, La Alahayanwa. Verse 11. Wayasarwa, Hatizapar, the Ayam, Mamak, Wama Bathayak, Wama Badiyak, Wama Imak, Rock, Baya Ara, Dasha Rana. Verse 12. Wayataza, Masha, Wa Haran, Ma'aim, Parai, Wayataza Ike, Masha, Al Yahweh, Al Debar, Hatazapar the Ayam, Ashar, Sham, La Parai, Verse 13. Waya Aish, Yahweh, Kadabar, Masha, Waya Mathwa, Hataza Perdayim, Man, Habathium, Man, Hakatazarath, Waman, Hashadath. Wayataza Barwa, Athom, Kamaram, Watha Ba'ash, Harataza. All right, going back into the English. All right, Exodus chapter 8, verse 8. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, entreat the Most High that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may do sacrifice unto the Most High. So now Pharaoh's like, look, he pleading like, look, get these frogs up out of here. I don't want no more plagues, right? Verse 9, and Moses said unto Pharaoh, glory over me. When shall I entreat for thee and for thy servants and for thy people to destroy the frogs from thee and thy houses, that they may remain in the river only? And verse 10, and he said, tomorrow. And he said, be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Most High our power. You see, Moses said, this is our power, the Most High God, our power, meaning the Yasha'Allah, the princes of the power, or the Most High God. He didn't say it was the Egyptians' power. You understand? That's why the Most High God said he made Moses a god over Pharaoh. You understand? Because we serve the Most High God and we're his chosen people. These other nations are nothing. They're what the Bible's saying in the Apocrypha. They're like a drop that falleth from a vessel. They don't mean nothing to the Most High God. But we absolutely do. And we should live our lives like we do. You understand? So he's asking Pharaoh, when should I do this so I can get these frogs up out of here? Try to help you out a little bit so I can help my people. Right? Verse 10, and he said, tomorrow. And he said, be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Most High our power. Verse 11, and the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy house, and from thy servants, and from thy people. They shall remain in the river only. Verse 12, and Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Most High because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. Verse 13, and the Most High did according to the word of Moses. And the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields. Verse 14, and they gathered them together upon heaps, and they laid stank. You understand? They died. They were stinking. You understand? So we're going to go back into the Hebrew. Wayara, Parai, Kaya, Hayata, Harawaka, Wahakabad, Labawa, Wala'a, Shemai, Al-Lahom, Ka-Ashar, Debar, Yahweh. Verse 16. Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Amar, La, Al, Haran, Natah, Af, Matak, Wahak, Af, Ipar, Harataza, Wahaya, Lakanam, Bakal, Arataza, Matazarium. Verse 17. Waya Aishawa Khan, Wayat, Haran, Af, Yadawa, Bamathawa, Wayak, Af, Ipar, Harataza, Watahaya, Hakanan, Ba Adam, Wababaha ma call Ipar Harataza Haya Kanyam Bakal Arataza Matazarium. Verse 18. Well, let me check what's the name real quick, Salakia. Give me 1 second. Alright. Waya Aishwa Khan Hakarata Mayam Bala Tayahum Lahawataza Hakananyam Wala Yakawa Wathahaya Hakanam Ba'adam Wababa Hama. Verse 19. Wayamarwa Hakaratamyam All Parai Atazaba'ai Alahayam Hawa'a Wayakazak La Parai Wala'a Shemai Alahum Ka'ashar Dabar Yahweh. Verse 20. Wayamar Yahweh All Masha Hashakam Babakwar Wahatat Yetazab Lapanya Parai Hana Yawataza Hayama Wa'amarath Al Yawa Ka Amar Yahweh Shalach Amyah Waya Ibad Niya. Verse 21. Kaya Ayanak Malashak Amyah Hananiya Mashalayak Bak Waba Badyak Waba Mak Waba Dayak Ha'irab Wamala Awa Bathya Matazarium Ha'irab Wagam Ha'adama Ashar Hum Al Yawa Al Ya. Alright, going back to the English. Let me see something. I forgot to check the. I always forget to do that when I'm by myself. All right, back to the English. Exodus chapter 8, verse 15. But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart and hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said. Verse 16. And the Most High said unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout the land of Egypt. Verse 17. And they did so, for Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Ooh-wee. Verse 18. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beast. So this time the magicians couldn't do it. Verse 19. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of God, meaning the finger of power. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said. Verse 20. And the Most High said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, thus said the Most High, let my people go, that they may serve me. Verse 21. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be filled of swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they live. Ooh-wee. You understand? He's going to continue to plague them with curses because of Pharaoh's hardened heart. You know, you think about that when you harden your heart, or when we get prideful, you understand? We're acting as heathens because our King Christ gave us ways to resolve issues in Israel. You understand? Whether it be with each other, whether it be with someone who is above you in rank, whether it be anything. Don't harden your heart and do something foolish and find yourself out the truth. Find yourself against the Most High God or against your nation. Like this nut that used to be in the school, he's making videos every week against the Isupk. He can't keep the Isupk's name out of his damn mouth because his heart is hardened. Like Pharaoh, he's acting like a heathen. He's acting like a damn Egyptian. You understand? That's not how the children of Israel are to act. You understand? We're not supposed to act like that, man. We have resolutions for every problem. You understand? We have laws, we have counseling, we have everything. Don't harden your heart and come up against the Most High God and think you're still serving the Lord. Don't act like that. Don't act like Pharaoh. Don't act like some disgusting, stinking African or some oppressor, some so-called white man or some Chinese man. If we're going to serve the Lord, we have to serve the Lord with all our heart, like it says in Ecclesiastes, all our soul, all our body, everything. If you say that you love God, you understand it says to keep his commandments. And the commandments shouldn't be grievous for us to keep. You understand? And one more thing, and them swarms of flies, I don't think that plague has ever left Africa. Because every time I turn on their TV, I see them hand mics. They always got flies over their damn head. And Salakia. And with that, Imadu, that's it. Just me up here. Imadu. La Yashala. Everyone else, Imadu, which means to stand. Upon your hump with them, which means turn and face the east. Sar. Alright, closing out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abadaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malapaka, Tabaa, Ratazak, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Laham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawa Waf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawa Waf Yanawa, Walaa, Tabaya Nawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Habashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Hayah, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Bahatapara, Wa'alamunim, Aman, in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, Baba Kasha, Nathanawa, Hakat, Hakat, La Pa'a, Kal Magala, Wakal Marawa, Hakat, La Tahor, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, La Hakmim, Hamakim, Hakat, La Wakawa, Batamala, La Garshan, by Shemi Abusha, the Wada Aman, in English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayashala, Waha, Bayap Sapoya, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, by Shimya Washah, the Wada Aman. What we just said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahariya, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Al-Yatham, Namawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemarka, Hanala, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shabamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakayaka, Wayara, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarad, Yashamarka, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba'aka, Ma'ida, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer, Salakia, he will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya, Al-Damiyalaka, Al-Thakarash, wa Al-Thashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabika, Yahamiyawan, Wamashinaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al-Emaka, Yarayamba, Suwa, Wayatayai Tazawa, Al-Tazak Pawanyaka, Omawa, Lakawa, Manakakira, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Aiwa, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, La, Yakaba, Ayaka, Maria, Yakarafba, Ahaya, Adawam, Wayashama'ayim, Mawa'aba, Wahagarim, Gabal, Waimawan, Wamala, Palashap, Anyashabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Haya, Zawai, Labanyalawat, Salah, Aisha, Lahom, Kamadim, Kasayasa, Kayabian, Banakal, Salaki, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayanda Ra, Haya, Daman, Dama, Shayatama, Nadiyabawa, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazaba, Wakatazamana, Kauna Sayakama, Ashara, Amawa, Nayarasha, La Nawa, Nawa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatama, Kagagala, Kakwash, La Panyabaka, Kaash, Daba Araya, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Haryam, Khan, Dadatma, Basaharaka, Wabasaba Papka, Dabahalom, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamgaya Hawa, Yabashwa, Wayabaawa, Idi, Wayakapara, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Dash, Shamgaya Hawa, Labaka, Al Yawan, Al Kaha, Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. Their hope of the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Ared, and like Zed. Yea, all the princes as Zabah and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be. Sar, which means to turn. right? Sisters, Yeshabia, which means to be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Aimadim Shabbat, Aimadim Salaki, Barak, Yahba Shimei Shah Barakathon, Yajmatah, Sar, faces sisters. Sisters, Aimadim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Aimadim Shabbat, Aimadim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatam Ba Shimei Awashah. Most High in Christ. Yajamatah, dismiss.